Hey guys, welcome to Game Back. Today we're on a video, and today we're discussing Building 21 for DMZ mode. So Building 21 was open for around 24 hours just the other day, and then Infinity Ward removed it from the game. So apparently they restricted access. So you will be able to get access to this again sometime this week. They said they will be putting it back up. So I'm going to run you through I'll have some background gameplay of the map itself, Building 21, and then discuss how to go through it. So really quick, here on my screen, you can see the DCR Building 21 access card. This is what you need to pick up in order to access Building 21 when it does go live again. And the way you would do that, you'd put it in your key inventory, you would go to deploy, and then Building 21 here would be active. So you can see right now the countdown. In 52 hours, this will be active. So this should be active, let's see, in 2 days. So by Friday, this will be active. Most likely for the weekend, hopefully, it'll be active all weekend. So when that becomes active, all you need to do is put the key for the DCR or DRC, excuse me, Building 21 access card. It's a red key card. Now, how do you get this? As you see the gameplay in the background, what you're going to want to do for this is, typically what we did is we took over SAM sites in mwII for DMZ and shot down those planes, went for that cargo and or supply drops. And you can find those cards in the supply drops or the cargo that drops from the planes that you shoot down from the taking over the SAM sites. Those are where you're going to find those cards. Put them in your inventory and extract with them in order to access Building 21. Now, some tips for this. You definitely want to play mwII first. You'd probably want to go in with your own weapon, so make sure you have your loadout slot recharged. You're going to want at least a medium backpack, ideally a large backpack, and you probably want a 3-plate carrier for this. This map is really close quarters and a lot of heavy AI. What you're going in here, this is all Shadow Company AI. This is not regular AI that you see on mwII. This is all Shadow Company, and the boss is Velikan from Modern Warfare 2019. So this is the boss, Velikan. If you kill him, you get a lot of loot, including the MGL grenade launcher. So we actually killed him, and then we died by the other AI. So some things that you would want, like I said, is at least a medium to a large backpack, 3-plate carrier. You're definitely going to want self-revives. I would also recommend either flash grenades or probably more ideally stims, because you are going to take a lot of damage. And we got into a couple situations where if one goes down, that's where it gets a little bit tricky, because those AI definitely push. And you have, I believe, 4 other teams, I think it is, of 3 on the map at a time, and it is a small map. There's 3 levels to it. There's no map to access. You need to look at map on the walls. The map on the walls in order to figure out where you are and where the map is. There's different extracts, which are elevators in the corners of the maps, and you need to get to those to extract within the time. Now, there's different key cards you'll pick up on the map of different colors. I think there's a blue, a red, a black, a yellow. And by picking up those key cards, you can access different rooms which have high-tier loot in them. And there's also weapons cases in those rooms. So by killing Velikan, I believe you get a black key card. And by accessing those rooms, there's a safe. If you open the safes, you get weapon cases. And if you extract with those, you get different perks. And eventually, if you extract all 6 of those down, eventually you get a blueprint for the Chimera or the Q Honey Badger. So we didn't even make it in any of those rooms this time around. We only got in a handful of times. And we were more focused on killing the boss, and also the PvP was just really, really fun and intense. Especially, there's one thing here, you cannot join up with other squads. So in regular mwII, DMZ, you can join with other squads. You cannot do that here. So we had our open party chat on to the lobby for proxy chat, and we talked to other teams. And we grouped up with one, but we couldn't actually group up with them. So we could have killed each other at any time. And you can't group up, so you can't be on the same team. So you go in with your team of 3, and that's really it. So really, we ended up going by the guides of anything you see, just shoot it. And that's kind of the way to go for that. But it is a lot of fun. This reminds me heavily of Labs from Escape from Tarkov. The dark lighting and everything like that really looks a lot like Labs, especially the main center courtyard where you typically find Velikan on the 2nd level, I believe he is, or maybe the 3rd level of the courtyard in the center there from the screenshot that we've seen for the map. So that's really the gist of it so far. I had a lot of fun with this. Again, very close quarters. You get a lot of Shadow Company. And the Shadow Company guys have a lot of high-tier loot. There's a lot of machine guns, MCR fight lights, things like that. So if you don't have your custom loadout weapon slot here going in, if you happen to die and lost it, you can definitely pick up good weapons in the raid. However, things like 3-plate armor, backpacks, self-revive are definitely a necessity for this map, because you will get into contact with heavy enemy fire. And there's also a Wheelson in the center of the map, which will down you pretty quickly alongside Velikan. And like I said, the Shadow Company guys are no joke. They definitely will swarm you pretty heavily, and the other PvP players on the map will push you pretty heavily too. So we had a lot of good PvP. Now, the weird thing about this map for Building 21 is it was only active for 24 hours. So I think what happened is there was some balancing issues, so they took it offline for a couple days. I think there was some issues. I saw people were getting the MGL grenade launcher and just spamming and abusing it because you could recharge it. There was some glitch where you could get more grenades from the ammo boxes on that map for the grenade launcher. So the PvE was just, or the PvP was just basically ruined, because you had full teams with grenade launchers just completely full auto spamming them at other players, and it just made the firefights really bad. I didn't experience that myself, but I did see other streamers doing that, taking advantage of that. So really, really unfortunate that people are going to abuse those mechanics, but it did cause Infinity Ward to pull it relatively quickly and most likely make those changes to the map that will be seen. So let me know if you were able to get in. Did you play it? Did you like it? Did it remind you of Labs from Escape from Tarkov? If you haven't played Escape from Tarkov and you haven't played on Labs, just do some YouTube searching for Labs Escape from Tarkov and check out that map, because it does really remind me of it. This is definitely, it's like a medical research facility. You have voiceovers on the microphones going on, things like that. It's just a lot of fun. Very, very immersive and very intense. I think this is a really unique and fun way to play DMZ that I'm really, really enjoying. Now, when this does come back online, I believe Friday is when it should be coming online, I definitely am going to be trying a different strategy here with probably running thermals, smoke, and flashlights on my weapon. So I'll put a thermal optic on there, probably that flip thermal that you get. I'll also be running a flashlight and then smoke grenades. So you just kind of throw those, and that way when you run into some of the AI or even the players, it'd be a good strategy. Definitely the flashlight, though, I think is a good strategy, just because it's a darker map, and with that flashlight you can probably blind some enemies in the closer quarters like that. I think it'll be actually very, very useful. So definitely try out some of that stuff. Again, this is a lot of fun, but you can't just pop right in it. You need that access card, that red access card that you're going to be getting from the supply drops that come in halfway through the map. The gameplay here on DMZ, and definitely you're going to want to go after just the random supply drops that drop throughout the game, and you should be able to find one in one of those. So definitely give that a try, and one of the people in your party will need that. Not all of you, just one, and that person's probably going to need to be the host in order to access Building 21. So this is going to be a really cool event when it comes back. I'm looking forward to playing it more. And you guys have a little over 2 days to kind of load up on, get your backpacks, your plates, your self-reses, and get ready to go. That way you can jump on into this. And like I said, it's very close quarters. I would recommend probably bringing in like a SMG or a high rate of fire assault rifle, maybe something like even the AK-74 I think is pretty good, but an M4 and MCX, something like that would work out really well. Even the Icarus, or the Fight Light as it's called in real life, I think it would be a really good one with a 100-round belt on it because of the high rate of fire, and you can put shots down range quickly. And again, in closer to medium ranges like that, those high rate of fire weapons are going to be king. And the PvP is great. I think you definitely need to listen for footsteps, and you can tell when there's players coming based on the footstep audio. The bots typically aren't sprinted around too heavily, but the players are. So if you have players above or below you, you can typically kind of hear them. But then it's a matter of where they're going to come from, where are the stairs, elevators, things like that. So it's definitely tricky. You guys need to be able to communicate as a squad. So let me know what you guys think down below the gameplay, and if you got in or not. Are you excited to get into it over the weekend? Hopefully it'll be live more than 24 hours this time around. And I would also recommend probably a darker operator skin. I was running something a little bit brighter with the Gaz operator, the convoy operator, so that blue shirt and the cargo pants definitely made me stick out a little bit more. So just some tips there to go ahead and jump in. I'll definitely, when we get back into this, I'll be doing more guides on to kill Velikan and to access the rooms, get the weapon crates, and get out of the raid and get those rewards. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. I really only got to play this, I think, 4 times total. So definitely a lot of fun. I hope you guys check it out. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, this is Buffner Gaming with the Building 21 going live again in 2 days. Till next time, Buffner Gaming, out. I'm plating Rylan, and then I'm coming. I'm plating, then I'm...
Taking effective fire!
That's AI. Fuck, get out of here.
Tossing Semtex!
Okay, we're good.
Delta 1, cargo secure. Good extraction.
Dude, that was fun. That was awesome. Holy shit.
Dude, it's so good, and we didn't even get to catch our bearings in there yet.